My wife, Sarah, called me in a panic. "Honey, I hit a deer on my way home from book club," she sobbed into the phone. Her voice was shaky, laced with genuine terror. I told her to stay put, that I was on my way. When I got there, the front of her car was crumpled, the windshield spider-webbed with cracks. There was no sign of a deer, but the road was dark, and I figured it must have run off into the woods. I held her, calmed her down, and we called the police to file a report. She seemed so fragile, so shaken. I never once doubted her story. The next few days were a blur of insurance calls and rental cars. Sarah was quiet, distant. I chalked it up to the trauma of the accident. But then, 2 detectives showed up at our door. They wanted to talk to Sarah about the accident. They asked her to recount the night, step by step. I watched as her story, the one she told me so convincingly, started to fall apart under their gentle but persistent questioning. They asked about the location, the time, the speed she was going. Her answers grew hesitant, her eyes starting towards me. The detectives then dropped the bombshell. "Ma'am, we're not investigating a deer collision," one of them said, his voice flat. "We're investigating a homicide. A man named Mark Peterson was found dead on that same stretch of road. He was the victim of a hit-and-run." My blood ran cold. Mark Peterson. I knew that name. He was the husband of Sarah's best friend from her book club, Chloe. My mind started racing, trying to connect the dots. But they wouldn't connect. It had to be a coincidence. A horrible, tragic coincidence. But the detectives weren't finished. They had found evidence at the scene. Fabric fibers matching the clothes Mark was wearing were embedded in the grill of Sarah's car. And then came the final blow. They had recovered text messages. Not from a deer, but from a man Sarah had been seeing for months. A man named Mark Peterson. The book club wasn't a book club. It was a lie, a cover for her affair. My entire world crumbled in that moment. The woman I had loved and trusted for 10 years was a stranger. The full story that came out in the interrogation was even more twisted than I could have imagined. That night, Sarah wasn't coming home from book club. She had met Mark to break things off. He didn't take it well. They argued. He got out of the car and stood in front of it, begging her not to leave him. He wouldn't move. In a moment of panic and rage, she hit the accelerator. She didn't mean to kill him, she claimed. She just wanted him to move. But he didn't. She drove away, leaving him on the side of the road, and called me with her story about the deer. The deer was her lover's husband. The accident was murder. My life, our life, was a lie built on a foundation of betrayal, and it all came crashing down because of a made-up story about a deer. Thanks for watching. If you found this story compelling, please like and subscribe for more.